Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, guys. How are you doing today? How are you guys doing today? It's a pleasure having you guys here. Yes, indeed, it's a pleasure having you here. I believe we are here live with me and ready for the discussion where we're going to be looking at the market as usual, live based on what you want us to discuss. If you have any instrument that you would like us to discuss, you could always mention it and then we'll look at it together. And then I'll just be giving you a briefing on what's happened today and what might probably still happen. And then don't forget, as a disclaimer, this information is strictly for educational purposes, right? Beautiful. I can see a few of us are here now based on your comments. Blair Johnson, greetings to you, sir. Greetings to you too. And I can see a few others are just joining, right? Of course, we're going to talk about the news first of all. Our normal procedure is to check on the calendar to find out if there is high impact news coming out or if there is high impact news that came out and so on. And then to find out what we can make of it, right? So we are going to be looking at this in a bit. And as we are going to be doing that now, right? You also have questions, feel free to ask. So for those that are just joining for the first time, my name is Tolu, T-O-L-U, and I happen to be running my own academy, which is called CSA Forex, Common Sense Approach to Forex Trading. And I've been privileged to have been a trader, analyst, and coach for well over 10 years. I've worked for a few brokers, FXTM, Forex, Hot Forex, and a few others. I'm so sorry if it feels like I'm all over the place. This morning is not just it for me. I think I'm a bit tired still. It's just after 6 a.m. here, and I woke up about an hour ago to be here to give you guys this timely information, right? So I'm streaming live on my YouTube. So thank you for joining me on the YouTube channel, CSA Forex, and I'm also streaming live on Trading Live platform as well, right? So thank you guys for joining me as well. And also thank you to Trading Live for the opportunity to discuss the business of trading, for the opportunity to rub minds with other traders here and so on, right? So I can see a few more comments, particular one that caught my attention especially. But before I read out the comments, because the comment is from Alan Occam, even Alan Occam seems to be talking about the GBP. I'm going to tell you something funny about the GBP, and we'll take it off from there. But first of all, if you look at the calendar that we have right in front of us, as we always say, when it comes to trading, it's all about the execution, it's all about your fundamentals and technicals. It's always advisable to combine the two of them, right? Two good heads are better than one, right? But most traders just use only the fundamentals to trade, which is wrong. You combine the fundamentals and the technicals together. And if you don't have fundamentals, then I can advise that you proceed with the technicals, right? But combining the two is much powerful. So if you look over here, today is Wednesday, July 12th, right? And we had news that came out from 3 a.m., 4:10 a.m. And this 3 a.m., 4:10 a.m. happens to be UK time, right? UK time. And you can always check on the timing over here, convert it to your own time, right? So this is time, the time now in UK is just about 5 minutes after 2 p.m., 5 minutes after 2 p.m. You can always change your own time zone from here so it matches where you are, right? So we had the news come out again, 9 a.m., and that's why I said the comment that we had over there from Alan Occam talking about the GBP, right? We'll look at that as well as we proceed. So we had the news that came out from GBP much earlier, which is the Bank of England. The governor, Bailey, was on the wires, was giving a speech, right? And then at 1:30 p.m., which was about roughly 36 minutes ago, we had the big one for the US dollar. We talked about this yesterday, where we said the news coming out for the US dollar should be a big one, which is CPI, Consumer Price Index, is very key data to the US, right? So it's an indicator of how the economy is faring. And if you look very well, based on the news that came out not too long ago, everything was red. All the figures here are red. If you don't know how to interpret the news from Forex Factory, I'm going to help you now, right? You can see this one is blank, because you are waiting for the news to come out at this particular times over here. And when it comes out, you focus strictly on the actual. You focus on the actual, blank, and this actual that came out at this time, 7 a.m., the color is red. Because the color is red, it means you should be selling. This is black. Black means neutral. You're not selling, you're not buying. And then red is sell, sell, sell. That's what the outcome, this actual means. We don't have any green over here. If we had green would easily be a buy, right? If the figures that we had over here for actual happen to be green, then that means that it is good for that currency, and then you should be buying that currency. So this is just a quick one on how to interpret the news, right? And then if you look at the one that came out at 1:30 p.m., everything was a sell, sell, sell. So what do you think will happen to the US dollar, to the DXY? Because when we cross over to the charts now, we're going to look at the DXY, the dollar index, right? And when we do that, you notice that the dollar index went in which direction, will go in which direction. The direction will be down, right? Because selling is to down, right? And that's what we're going to be looking at now. So this is just a quick one on the fundamentals analysis based on scheduled. For fundamental analysis, you have the scheduled news and you have the breaking news, right? So scheduled news is where we can get it from places just like this Forex Factory, the calendar right in front of us. You could also get it from different places like Forex Live. You can get it from Bloomberg, from Reuters, a whole lot of other places, BK Asset Management. There are a lot of websites where you can get the news from. But I've been using Forex Factory for years. Why? Because they're nice and simple and straight to the point. And I'm very comfortable with them, right? So Alan Ockham said the GBP news is negative today. He asked a question, and then I'm going to show you a chart. I'm going to explain a chart that I did, and then I shared with a few people, as I tend to run some mentorship programs here and there where we talk about the market exclusively during London session that also spills into New York. I'm going to show you a screenshot now, right, of this pound, the pound USD to be precise. Because if you are new to this, my section, what I normally trade exclusively is the majors. I look at the major currency pairs, and that's what I focus on. I'm going to switch the screen now, and I'm going to show you what I came up with for the pound, and then what happened to the pounds even after, right? So I'm going to show you this screenshot, and as you can see the screenshot, this is exactly what I came up with for the pound, right? And then you see what is happening to the pound USD now. This was the pound USD at that point in time, just before the news. And then just before the news, right? Because it's always good for you to conduct your analysis and then follow through at the end of the day, right? So if you look at this screenshot that we have right in front of us, I'm going to explain it, right? And then looking at it, you can see it's a bullish move. So far, so good. It's a bullish trend. And then as it's a bullish trend, a lot of traders will be asking, isn't this overbought? We have traders that use like oscillators, the likes of RSI, Relative Strength Index, the MACD, Moving Average Convergence Divergence, and other types of oscillators that traders use for reversal trading. As a trader, you need to know the type of trader that you are. Are you a trend trader, meaning that do you trade with the trend, or do you trade against the trend, a counter trend trader? So this move that we have over here, you can see we already mapped out some areas here. right? These areas here were resistance, resistance, some resistance areas here. It breached here, was still acted as resistance as it came down. And then when it broke up properly, here, it came back to that same area, right? That same area, and then acted as what? It acted as support and then pushed all the way up. And if you have been paying attention to the dollar, especially since last week when we had the non-farm payroll up till now, the dollar has been dropping and dropping and dropping, right? And one thing about the dollar, the USD, that's the DXY index, and I'll say this, if you cross over to the daily time frame, right, especially the daily time frame, because that's the best place where I see what I'm about to say, you notice that it has been moving sideways throughout this year, but then it looks to be breaking to the downside. It looks to be breaking out of the lows of this year. If that happens for this second half of the year, it might as well break out and then continue to drop. If that continues to drop, then the likes of GBP USD, excuse me, the likes of GBP USD, Euro USD will continue to appreciate. The likes of gold will continue to appreciate as well, right? So always know how to relate, excuse me, still early in the morning for me. And then you know how to relate the major currency pairs, gold, to what is happening to the dollar. This is what I had over here, and for me, it was overbought. And then I asked a question here, how much higher can the cable go? In mentorship sessions, is meant to be a thing of steering you in the right direction by asking the right questions. So we looked at this chart, the pound USD. We said, how much higher can the pounds go? Even though we know that the trend is to the upside, so we need to be very careful trying to go against it, because going against it is a CT move. But this here, without a doubt, it needed to test this area here, right? There's a pocket of support over here, untested support that is, and there's even another one over here as well. So even if it pushes higher, it needs to get to this one at least and hopefully get here. But if it gets to this point here, the best thing to do is to manage your trades appropriately. You can do a partial close, you can do a trailing stop, you can move your stop loss to break even and see whether to break this level and push further down the more, right? But you know you are going against a high trend, which is to the upside. Now, from this image, I'm going to cross over to the chart, and then you see what happened after this area where we said it should drop at least to this area here. I'm going to show you what happened now for you to understand better. And this is what, Alan Ockham was asking after the GBP USD, and that's why we're starting with the GBP USD, right? We talked about the fundamentals earlier based on the schedule, based on the news, the CPI, and even based on the pounds news, where we had the Bank of England, the Governor Macklem that was on the wires. We talked about that as well, right? Oh, sorry, Governor Bailey, right? So now let's cross over to the chart itself proper and look at what's happening to the pounds. Good. So look at what happened to the pounds over here. So look at again carefully. If you remember, we marked this area here as an untested, and we said from where the price is here, it needs to retrace at least to this area. So it traced to this area, and when it got here, as we said earlier, you could have taken your profit, full profit, partial profit, trailing stop, reduce your stop to break even, that's to your entry point or whatever, and see whether it drops further down. But look at what happened. When it got to this point over here, it ran up. Why did it push high in this heavy momentum? That's simply because of what? That's simply because of the news that came out for the dollar, the DXY. Remember we said the news that came out for the dollar, for the CPI, everything was sell, sell, sell. That means that we're expecting the dollar, this is the dollar over here, we're expecting the dollar index to drop, right? Expecting the dollar index to drop, and that is why the GBP USD is appreciating in this manner. And that's why we said, no matter what the type, no matter the type of trader that you are, whether you're a trend trader or a counter trend trader, paying attention to the fundamentals, to the news calendar is also very, very important. So I'm going to clean this up now and then show you what happened to the DXY. As we said, it should be going down, And look, lo and behold, when the CPI news came out, this is what we're having now. It is dropping further down. And you can see that this CPI from this time frame, it is clearly a downtrend. Clearly a downtrend. First and foremost, I am a trend trader, meaning that I trade with the trend, right? You could also try to take trades against the trend as a CT trader, but you must know exactly what you are looking for. So I'm going to be showing you the opportunities, talking about the opportunities for going with the trend and going against the trend on this particular chart. Very simple. If you want to go with the trend, we already marked this area up. I'm going to also mark this one here. This is a fresh one here. I'm going to mark this area here as price will come back here and act as resistance for you to sell, or come back here, resistance, come back here, resistance. The market has been dropping. This has been since the NFP, since last week Friday. This was what started the NFP move all the way down up to where it is now. But price must pull back. And this here is a major area here. As you can see, I'm saying a major area, but it acted as support where it pushed higher, and then acted as resistance where it pushed lower as well. So if you get back to this area, this would be a beautiful area for you to go in for shorts at this resistance here. But then we have some small pockets of resistance areas that could more or less hold. But then this will probably be the strongest one for me. So pay attention as a trend trader. Now, as a counter trend trader for the dollar, you're probably going to be looking out for, let me just clean this up a bit. Let me clean up this chart. I'm probably going to be looking for something in this manner because of the way the market is moving and giving us this wedge-like pattern here. You're probably going to be looking for something in this manner for it to slow down. And then you could also add probably the RSI or the MACD or whatever the case might be. You add the oscillator. Let me do that for you. Sorry, let me just clean up this. I want to just draw this again in this manner. Let me just use this to draw. And then I'm going to just duplicate this over here in this manner. Oops. Duplicate this in this manner and then extend it a bit, right? Because the price could still drop down. Let me just show you this. It could still drop down the more to this extension, right, of this diagonal line. So if you add our RSI, the RSI, this is it here, the relative strength index. If you add it, you'll find it under the oscillators here. Remember we mentioned oscillators, relative strength index. We mentioned MACD. There are a whole lot of other oscillators over here. But relative strength index and the MACD are very popular indicators. So relative strength index, I'll click on it. And then, of course, this is it by default. I can click on reset for you a couple of times and then click on OK. So once you do this, I'm going to show you what's happening here. Let me lower this. This is a bit too high, right? Because we pay more attention to price than the indicators. So if you look at what we have right in front of us, you can see that the price is dropping. As the price is dropping, look over here at the RSI. This is the RSI. Look at the RSI. You can see that it's moving in the opposite direction. It's trying to bounce up, and then it's also below 30. It's about 21. You can see 21 on the RSI, telling you that yes, it is what? It is over what? It is oversold. Anything below the 30 marker is oversold. Anything above the 70 is overbought. So this is already telling you that this dollar index, this DXY that we're looking at over here, is over what? Is oversold, and then it is time for a pullback. So this is it. This is us talking about from the CT point of view, what to look out for. You look out for the divergence. As you can see, it's the divergence, the price dropping lower, but the RSI is trying to push higher, right? So as you have this in this manner, you probably will have the market slow down, right? Because this is a bit too hot with these two candles, a bit too hot. But wait for it to slow down, either slow down to the downside or it could slow down sideways. And then may probably give you a nice price action candlestick pattern. And then if that happens, as a CT trader, you can place a buy on this dollar and then take it up to where the sellers would like to go with the trend. So it's always a handshake, it's a handover, right? So the buyers will be looking for buy opportunities in this manner as a CT move, while the sellers will be waiting for price on this dollar to appreciate and get to the area of interest, and then they jump in. So if you're a trend trader, you are going to have to wait a bit longer for opportunities to come your way because there is nothing for now, right? Let me just jump into the comment section because I know people tend to ask questions, and then, wow, I'm so sorry. I have about 65 new messages. Let me just try to stay here a bit and then breeze through them. Okay. Murray said, love from India. Thank you. Thank you guys for telling me where you're from as well. I'm in Canada, in British Columbia. Okay. I'm just going to just breeze through. Henry said, how much should we start off? It depends on your pocket, but anything from $100 and above, especially if you are new, you're trying to figure out things, start with $100, because if it goes south, if it doesn't go your way, then you have lost just $100. So make sure it is money that if you have a total blown out account, you lose the whole funds, it will not be all that painful. It's not your life savings or something. So always start small and then see how it goes. If you survive for like a month, meaning that even if you're not making so much money, at least you're not losing so much money, you have a good understanding, a good handling of the risk management based on your volume, your lot size of your account balance, then you can gradually start to add more to your live account. But do not go in big, because then you might probably end up putting pressure on yourself and the loss will be big. Your emotions will be all over the place, and then before you know it, it's gone. Okay. Idea Kipling says, so we should focus on selling the pound and USD. No, I just explained that to you. If you want to sell the pound USD where it is now, that means that you are looking at being a counter trend trader. You must always know the type of trader that you are, trend or counter trend trader. So if you want to sell the pound USD, it is you going against the trend. You can use this dollar in front of you, the DXY index, as a gauge, because if this one should happen, if this one should work where it is now, meaning that it goes up as the CT move, then expect the pound USD to drop as well. So always look at the market from both angles. Even if you're a trend trader, pay attention to what the counter trend traders want to do and vice versa. Okay, I make use of the Forex Factory. That is good. The Forex Factory is good. I like them, very easy and good to go. Bob said, I'm a trend trader. I don't like the stress of counter trend. Yes, counter trend tends to come with a lot of stress. Trust me, I would also agree with what Bob said as well. I'm going to just flip through. Dylan said it was actually a 61.8 on my Fibonacci. Okay. I think that's based on what I said earlier. Guys, adding Fibonacci as well is also good. I add Fibonacci to the mix. It's good for confluence. Sorry, I'm seeing some comments here, not really understanding. Probably something I said much earlier. I should have come to the comment section, at intervals, but I went on a tangent talking about a few instruments and so on. So sorry if just reading your messages. Rachel said, that's why I always have water when I wake up. Yes, I have water, and thank you, Rachel. Just guys, give me a second. Let me just have a quick sip. Yeah, that was me just sipping on some H2O, right? Early in the morning. Water is good for you. That should be the first liquid that should get into your system. Okay, so just some more comments over here. I think I might just need to quickly scroll to the bottom. I see a lot of comments. Guys, sorry, apologies if I'm not reading your comments. If you have a specific question to ask, right? If you have a specific question to ask, then you can chat me up on Instagram. I'll try and drop my link on Instagram now in a bit. You can find me on CSA Forex. My Instagram handle, you find me on CSA Forex. I'm going to drop the link now. And then my YouTube is also on CSA Forex. I would also drop the link as well, just in case anybody is looking out for me or wants to chat me up. You can as well follow me on those Instagram and YouTube. I can see Jacqueline said, I just brighten up your day. Oh, thank you. Can't remember what I did or said, but thank you. Olivia said, I'm new to trading. Can someone guide me? If you're new to trading, you can chat me up on Instagram. As I've been saying, I don't normally mention this, but I have a bootcamp coming up next week. I have a bootcamp coming up next week for just a few people. So if you're interested in joining, let me know. And I can drop the link of the bootcamp. Most times I try to do things with just a few amount of people, so I can easily attend to them. So if anybody is interested in the bootcamp, you can send me a message or you can type it here that you're interested in the bootcamp, and I'll drop the link. By the way, the bootcamp is not free. It is for $250 for 3 weeks. It's a 3 weeks bootcamp starting on the 17th of July all the way to the 4th of August. So 3 weeks intensive training bootcamp. We'll have a lot of materials for you. You have a lot of live sessions, even trading sessions where we look at the market. It's not going to be for an hour a day. It's going to be for a lengthy period because we're going to be on Telegram and then we're going to be chatting about the market as well, right? Giving you updates and so on. So we're going to come back to this chart in front of us, DXO and some other charts. I'm just trying to just tidy up some messages that we have here. Stan said, why are there counter trend traders? Isn't it too risky? Everybody has their own style, right? Now look at it this way, Stan, without the counter trend traders, you will not have trend traders. It's a handshake, right? Who will the trend traders hand over to? When you buy in an uptrend as a trend trader, you need to hand over to the counter trend traders. Every buyer needs a seller, and every seller needs a buyer. That's it. Okay, just breezing through. Lena said, as a newbie, this content are golden for me. Okay, thank you. Cecilia, may God bless you for the efforts. I can't remember what I said that you guys are saying. Thank you. Alberta, nothing more to say. Thank you for all the info. Can't remember what I said then, but thank you guys too. Let me just scroll down a bit further and just try to keep up with your fresh comments here. And sorry guys, I'm missing out. I'm scrolling through a lot of comments here. But if you have any specific question, you can write it again. Let me just see some comments here. Then we'll jump into the chat for a bit. If you guys have any specific question on any instrument of choice, even if it's not the one that you have over here, if you look at my screen, you can see the Euro USD, Pound USD, AD USD. These are the instruments that I watch majorly, and this is how I actually arrange them. So I call them EU, GU, AU, NU, UCHF, UJ, UCAD, Gold, Bitcoin. So these are how I arrange them, and then apart from the hourly time frame, because my go-to time frame is the 1 hour. It's not too fast, it's not too slow. But then that does not mean that I do not check the higher time frames to have a bigger picture of the market. And then also that does not mean that I do not drop down below the 1 hour, because I tend to do that if I want to refine my entry. Because refining your entry, especially if you understand what you're doing, could easily give you a smaller stop loss for a bigger take profit. And that's why I personally am not an aggressive trader. Guys, let me tell you guys something. If you have only three trades in a month, 1, 2, 3, you have 3 trades in a month, it's very possible for you to hit your targets, right? Only 3 trades, because you're waiting for the best of the best that will end up running, right? So let me just try to read up some more comments. Penelope, the content are fantastic. Thank you, sir. Thank you. Okay, I can see more thank yous. Okay. Jason said, yeah, but you have to make sure you aren't attached to it. Oh, I can't remember what I said back then. Okay, Anna said, yeah, it would be like a school fees paying to learn. Exactly. The bootcamp, most times people don't want to pay, and then that's why you have this platform here, Trading Live, which is absolutely free, and you are here, you just have to learn, pay attention. Talking of paying attention, speaking of paying attention, do you agree with this? That the best way that someone will pay attention is when they pay money for something. If you pay money, especially if you pay a lot of money, I don't think $250 is much, according to what you guys have said as well. $250 not much, and it's actually like the cheapest that you guys have seen. And then that's why I said after this bootcamp, I just made it $250 to help you guys out, right? But people are not even rushing it. So for the next ones, I'm going to obviously take the price up, way up past this $250, because the more money you pay, the more you will pay attention, the more serious you would be, because you would not want to waste money. Look at it now. If it's in a college, probably for a year, depending on where you are, depending on the cost, you probably will be paying nothing less than $10,000, $15,000 for each year or something, depending on the cost and so on. And we're talking about US dollars, right? But this one is just $250 that could easily help you to understand the market better, and then you can profit, make money from it. But then people are what? People are not fully taking advantage of it, right? But well, each to everybody's own. Ansel said, I've been trading for 8 months with the same capital. I haven't blown it, but I've been stagnant for 2 months now. How do I move? Well, for you to move, I need to know exactly what you are doing. So Ansel, you might need to chat me up. And if anybody is in the same boat, you might need to chat me up. I have a Calendly where you can book a call and then we'll hop on a call together. Well, I need to even work on my timing on the Calendly, or you can book a call, we can hop on a call together, or chat me up on Instagram directly. This is the link to book a call. You can chat me up on Instagram, and then once we are both free, you can hop on a Zoom call and then you give me more information. For you to be stagnant, a few things could be happening. Maybe your risk to reward ratio are not in the right proportion, meaning that the profit, the exact amount of profit you're making is more or less like similar to the amount of losses that you are having. So they're counting themselves out, or whatever the case might be. Not really sure what to say, but I'll need more information from Ansel on that. Then said, yeah, and if you are going against the trend, you should be ready to lose. Well, it depends on how you're going against the trend, because back in the days, I used to do some martingale or fading, which was more aggressive. It was more aggressive, but the market needs to turn. This dollar you're looking at now, whether you like it or not, it needs to turn, no matter how low it's going to go. Because I'll give you this as a little tip and you can check up on it. No matter how low price goes, price tends to act as like a rubber band. What happens when you stretch a rubber band and stretch it and stretch it and stretch it? What happens? It's going to snap back. That snapback could easily be like a flash move, and then it continues in its original move, in that original direction. But there tends to be a snapback. It tends to be a pullback. A snapback, when I say snapback, is a pullback, but in a very fast way. That's a snapback, just like a rubber band. So you guys can pay attention to the market. This chart that we have in front of us, trust me, based on my experience, it is most likely going to go sideways before even dropping a bit more, but it needs to pull back to some of these levels that we have here, right? Because before you know it, those that are selling this particular chart, they're going to take profit. And once they take profit, it's going to reduce the orders to the downside, giving room to the counter-trend traders to push it higher. Because as you are selling this particular chart, the DXY, you are making money, and then you cash out. And what do you want to do again? You want to sell again. And as you want to sell again, you wait for the price to get to the resistance. So you are doing what? You are offloading with anticipation to reload. You are offloading with the anticipation to reload at a resistance area much higher. So a buyer needs a seller, and a seller needs a buyer as well. Okay. Let's see. Elizabeth, very formative, clear, and helpful info you are sharing. Okay, guys. Yes, I also remember something that you said yesterday with respect to what's the name? With respect to the awards, right? Like Trading Live are working on awards, right? And being nominated as well. So guys, you can go over to the website, and from the website, you can click on awards. Once you click on awards, you see I'll just drop the link, and then you could look for me. And sorry, just a second. I'm trying to actually navigate to the main page. I'm trying to look for where you can find me. Okay, can't seem to find that now. But sorry, just a quick second. Okay. Okay, can't find that because I was looking for where you can actually nominate, but I'll just drop the link all the same. Probably you guys can whether chat somebody up on the Trading Live platform. I'll drop the link for you guys to have a look at, and then you could vote for me. I believe I'm nominated for live streaming and also for education, live streaming and education as well. right? So you guys can do that. And then we'll be back to this chart. Let me clean up this chart, because if you look at the USD going down, what do you think is happening to the Euro USD? The Euro USD will be going up as well. The pound Euro, we already said, is going up, as you can see. Look at the dollar yen. I've been monitoring the dollar yen, and I've done a few charts on the dollar yen. This dollar yen is what I love this. I totally love this move down. This move down, right? I can tell you for a fact, I can beat my chest and tell you that we have people that have started clicking on buy positions. They could be doing a form of fading or martingale. It's more dangerous, guys. It's more dangerous, but they're definitely doing that. They're doing that because they know that the trend traders are waiting. They're waiting to sell. And this move all the way down, you can add a Fibonacci. Somebody talked about Fibonacci not too long ago, and I am also a Fibonacci trader. I can draw the Fibonacci from these highs all the way to these lows here. Meaning that from this point, we're expecting the market to come back either 38.2, 50, or 61.8. These are the three levels I pay more attention to, and the higher it gets to, the better. If you can get to this area here, right? I'm just going to do some markings here. If you can get to this point here, which also confluences with 61.8, this might obviously take a while, might not be this week, obviously, because for the market to push all the way up to this point, I don't really see that happening this week. And that's why patience is very, very important when it comes to trading. But I like this area a lot because it acted as support in the past, and then acted as resistance in the past as well. This is for the dollar yen. So if this particular instrument, if you can pull back to this area, trust me, I'll be all over it here with sell to go with the trend to take it all the way down. And that's why I said with just about 3 trades in a month, you're good to go. So this particular trade, if it happens later this month in July, and you have this one, your entry here, your stop loss here, and you go all the way here, it's already about 1 to 10. Meaning your risk to reward is already about 1 to 10. And this is a fantastic trade. And as I said, if you have 3 of this, that will give you about 30 hours. To give you about 30 hours, right? Meaning that you could easily be risking 1%. If you're risking 1%, then total will be about 30% accounts increase. And yes, it's very, very doable. You can also reduce your risk and use 0.5 or whatever the case may be. But you do not need too many trades to take. And that's what I try to tell people, because when people come here, they always say, what is on the radar today? What's on the radar? What I can only tell you is the story so far. If there's any opportunity, I can show you that there's an opportunity now. You can take it, but with a disclaimer. As I always say, a disclaimer is this information that is shared is for educational purposes only and not to be used as a form of signal. But some of you still take it. If you take it, fine. And that means that you must understand how to calculate your risk, and you must also understand how to manage your trades. So if you take any trade that we're looking at together, like this one now, this is USD JPY. This is clearly for the counter trend traders. So if you counter trend traders, if you are here and you're a counter trend trader and you start loading on the longs, right? Good for you. Just make sure you know how to calculate your volume, your lot size, and then also how to manage the trade appropriately, right? I have some more comments coming in. Let me just go through them. Guys, we're going to be running up soon. Don't want to take way too much of our time, as I always say. Elsa said, I don't have any pair that caught my eyes this week, so I'm sitting this week out. Awesome, Elsa. That's the spirit. Try not to force anything from the market. Let me see. Somebody said, Gabriel said, I came in very late. For those that are coming in late, once we finish, the recording will be ready on my YouTube channel and then also ready on the Trading Live. For my YouTube channel, guys, you can follow me on my YouTube. I'm going to drop the link on my YouTube channel right now. You guys can follow me there. And I'll also drop the link of the Instagram, just in case you want to chat me up on anything. I'll drop the link on my Instagram now. You can chat me up if you are having issues, you're struggling with your trading. We can have a healthy conversation. I'll just know what is wrong with your trading, and then I'll point you in the right direction. Yes, I'll do that for you. And please, it is free. Just in case you are asking, if I hop on a call with Tolu, that is he going to charge me? No, it's free. I like having conversations with traders. And look at me as a doctor. You come over to my hospital and you tell me, oh, I'm having this headache, I'm having this pain, and then I'll just recommend the drugs for you. I'll just recommend something for you that you would do with respect to the trading that is. I'm just using that as an illustration on the calls that we'll be having. I have more comments quickly jumping in now. I'll just quickly go over them because we'll be rounding up in the next few minutes. I try not to make it even up to an hour. Anything from 30 minutes and I'm good, I can always jump back out and then probably start my day. It's almost 7 a.m. here, Pacific time in Canada. Okay. Bev says snapbacks are very hard to trade. Yes, they're very hard to trade. So you need to understand what is hard and what is easy based on your experience, based on what you have been seeing, and then know which one to take. Of course, I wouldn't tell any trader we're going for hard trades. No, it's always those that are, straight to the point, easy, and then like trend trading. I would always recommend trend trading over counter trend trading any day. Okay, very key, very, very important. Okay, Tommy said we will check it out. Okay, thank you. Martingale trading is very crazy. Yeah, Rory Hunter, martingale trading is very, you said very crazy, but I would say very, very, very crazy. I'll add more than one varies because it is crazy. I've done a lot of things in the past. And then of course, that's why now I'm just a quiet and gentle trend trader. Martingale, I have no comments. Martingale has, you do a lot of calculations on Martingale based on where you enter first of all, because your timing of entry must be very, very key. Because if you miss your timing and you are just adding more to your negative positions, you are just adding more heavy negatives. And you must also understand your risks very well. It's not recommended for it's not for the faint-hearted. Let me just say. Okay. Olga, great job. Easily one of the best finance channels. Thank you, guys. Your comments, use your comments to vote for me. I wish your comments that you guys are giving me, great job, I like your channel, and so on. As you're giving me this comment, use it to vote for me, translate it to the award. Give me 1 million votes, right, on the awards under the Trading Live platform. If you guys can do that, that will be awesome for me. And then if you guys can also join whether my boot camps or mentorship programs, that would also be awesome for me as well. Because if it is good for you, right, if it's good for you, then that simply means that you'll gain a whole lot more being with me every day for more than an hour. Okay, Joel said 3 trades in a month is a fast stretch. Is a fast stretch, what do you mean? Is that too much? Is 3 trades in a month too much or too little for you? Not really sure. When you say fast stretch, that means it might be too much for you. Okay. Ingrid said, love your comments, your content makes me feel like I'm on the right path for myself. Awesome. Thank you. And trust me, you will be on the right path because you are seeking knowledge, number one, right? Leila said, thank you for sharing your knowledge with the community. Keep it up. Thank you, guys. Thank you. Thank you. Let me see any other comments. You're reducing your risk is very important from Riley White. Yes, very, very important. I have so many comments coming in very fast and hard. Sorry, I might have skipped a lot. I'm just trying to breeze through your comments. I'm just trying to breeze through your comments quickly. Let me see if there's any question. How to contact you for further info? I like your teaching. Dale Baker. Okay, if you want to contact me, you can contact me on Instagram. That is my Instagram handle that I have dropped. You can chat me up on Instagram. I'll prefer Instagram. I have a Calendly where you can book a call, but I prefer Instagram, which I've just dropped the link now. So guys, if you want to chat me up further on a one-on-one basis, we can have a chit chat, find out what's wrong with your trading. I could prescribe 1 or 2 things for you. And if you want me to be your mentor, we can talk about that as well. You're a good fit. You can work on the timing of when we'll be doing that for you, because we know people here are from different places. Some of us are from Dubai, you're from the UK, some of us from US, Canada, Africa. So we are on different time zones. For me, it is 15 minutes to 7 a.m. For some of you, it's in the afternoon. For some of you, it's in the nighttime. We would obviously have a good conversation, work something out, and then we'll start, right? So we could do that for you. So you can reach out, contact me. For those that want to contact me, you can contact me on my Instagram, right? I've dropped the link, and I'll drop the link a couple more times. So reach out and then send me a DM, and then we'll take it up from there. Okay, let's see. Really helpful, worth it. Thank you for this. Okay, more comments on appreciations. Thank you, guys. Sophia Hall, I agree with that. Not really sure what I said back then, but it's good that you agree, because guys, if you don't agree, let me know. You can just type it out as well, and then we can have a discussion on that. Edwin said, how was the preparation for the bootcamp? Preparation is good. I have everything. It's not my first bootcamp, so I have all the materials ready to give out for those joining the bootcamp. I have the Telegram opened already, and things already set. And then it's just for the kickoff, which is on Monday, 17th of July, up till the 4th of August, right? And guys, early August, for the first 2 weeks in August, I'm going to be in the UK, most likely London area. I might probably be going around a bit to visit a few people, and then I have like a small job to do on something. So I might probably be in the UK for 2 weeks thereabout. If you're in the UK, London area, let me know. We can meet up and have like a coffee and then talk about the business of trading. Just rub minds for a feel, and then to be good to probably take a picture or two, and then I can post it here that I was able to meet up with this person, that person here, and then the person will obviously be here as well, right? So the person can also comment that, yeah, that is me, and we met up in the UK and so on. Okay, Hannah said, you speak the truth and say it how it is, which is very rare, my brother. Well, for me, I always tell people that I was just like most of the people here that are under this platform now, this webinar. At the beginning, my trading was not too good. I have so many losses, crashed accounts. It was frustrating. But because of not giving up, I've done so many businesses before that I did not give up, and I continued, because most times you can't see me, but I'm doing my hand in a particular way, like from down, I'm taking it up from down to up, just like a plane is taking off. Most times you're usually flat, or you even go down and then it picks up, and then before you know it, you're soaring, and then you're improving and improving. So it is a thing of you don't give up. And then I know how it feels for a lot of people here with all the losses, crashed accounts, and so on that you might probably be having now. I'm sure there's somebody that's crashed an account today, maybe even based on the CPI news that came out like an hour ago or so. The people that have crashed accounts today, last week, and so on that are here. I know how it feels, and that's why on this Trading Live platform, I try to render my knowledge for free, right? On this Trading Live platform, my YouTube live, and so on, to help at least one. If it's one person I've helped out today, then I'm satisfied. And that always brings a smile to my face, knowing that somewhere in the world, someone is saying thank you, Tolu, God bless you, Tolu, for this and that, and so on. So that's how I like to start my day. So let me just go over your remaining comments. I have a lot of comments here. Somebody said where to vote. That's on the Trading Live platform. You can chat up. I might probably need to get the link. I might chat somebody up for the exact link. I'll do that now. I'll set a reminder and get the exact link for where people can vote for me, and I'll drop it from tomorrow as well. Okay. I see some comments on voting. I'll get the proper link for you guys. So I'm just going to scroll down to the bottom as I'm rounding up right now. Jordan said, yeah, getting a lot from you already. Okay, thank you. This has recently started interesting me. Not really sure what I said. Rita, this has recently started to interest you. Not really sure. I'm not afraid of losing. Guys, do not be afraid of losing. Make sure your lot size is proper. Imagine if you have $1 million and you're using 0.01. You have $1 million trading account and you're using 0.01. Do you think you'll be afraid? No. Losses will not hit you. You will not feel it. Losses hit people because the losses are too big based on that account balance. May God bless you too, sir. Thank you, Maureen. May God bless you too. May God bless everybody. Kai Shot said, my style of trading requires trading a lot during the day. Trading a lot. Are you a scalper? You're probably a scalper. Maybe you're probably, make sure you have a proper trading plan that helps you to know how you're going to be trading. So it is something that you are well guided, right? So don't just place too many trades because you want to make $1 million overnight and all. Your trading must be well organized and so on. Quantina Stevens, surely the good deeds will return to you. Thank you. What goes on? That's karma. Thank you. And that's why we do what we do. We try to make people smile, try to make people happy, We try to make people make money, right? And then, of course, it makes, like, look at it now. I'm going to be in the UK for 2 weeks. That's from beginning of August, first 2 weeks in August. Anybody is there and you have made money from our sessions, I'm sure you will not hesitate to be the one to buy me coffee, right? I don't take much, just coffee, Starbucks or whatever that is there. Just a nice coffee with cream. I like cream. I like plenty of cream. Just something, and then just something to snack on would not be good. And then we just. Cameron said we'll make sure to check your YouTube. Thank you, guys. Guys, you can check me up on YouTube. You want to chat me up on anything, you can hit me up. You can contact me via Instagram. Steph Robinson said Instagram is where, yeah, I'm going to drop the Instagram link again. I'll drop it again for those here. Steph Robinson said Instagram is where we can text and talk before joining the call. Yes, indeed. So chat me up on Instagram, guys. If you want to contact me for anything, Instagram is the place, right? So if you send me a message now, once I close the platform, I'll read up the Instagram messages, chat you up, and then we'll take it up from there. Melissa said, what most people see at a glance, wealth, a great career, purpose, is the result of hard work and hustle over time. Yes, you need to put in the time, hard work, smart work, hustle over a given period of time, and that's what builds your experience as well. Okay, thank you for this live stream, Riley. Thank you, guys. Thank you guys for joining me. Thank you. Smart ways to go about getting rich. Thank you, Nora. That's indeed correct. Guys, I'm sure you're also reading the comments from others as well, not just my comments. And you would also see how fast and hard comments are coming in as well, right? So it's not just me that can't keep up. Probably you two can keep up as well. Okay, Rosaline, thank you always for creating such useful content. Thank you guys for joining me. Thank you for your comments. Thank you for making it engaging as well. Thank you guys for joining. This is going to be a summer jam. Adela Onion, not really sure what I said. Okay, what platform or app do you use to trade? Okay, I am on what's the name? So I'm on ICM Markets. I'm on IC Markets. If you want to know more about the brokers I'm using, I'm also on CMS broker as well, right? So if you want to know CMC Market, sorry, I need to drink some more water and rest a bit. Okay, so you want to know more about the brokers I'm using, chat me up on Instagram. You want to know as a new trader, maybe how to go about trading, or you need some form of mentorship, chat me up. If you're a struggling trader, you want to know what issues you feel you've been having, whether it's psychology, you need an advice or two, chat me up, or whatever the case may be, you can chat me up on Instagram and then we'll take it up from there. Okay, do I have Telegram also? Yes, I have Telegram for like private sessions and all, because that's where we do our constant chatting. We send chats to ourselves, we send chats as well, because it's not, I repeat, it's not a thing of me only talking. When it comes to like the mentorship sessions that we normally have, it's a thing of you, first of all, having the information, meaning that you have the information, then I will share the information how to go about it, and then you must duplicate it. You must also do the same thing and share with me to show that you are learning and then you are growing as well. So mentorship is very good for accountability, and a lot of people need mentors. If you feel you don't need mentor, then no problem. So thank you guys. I'm running up right now. Running up right now. So thank you guys for joining me. Thank you for your comments. Thank you for your questions. Thank you for your engagement. Thank you for everything. Thank you for your comments. I'll chat a representative now. I will do that now. I'll just set something up because I have different ways that we chat. I communicate with the Trading Life staff, WhatsApp. I chat to them on WhatsApp, chat to them on other platforms, Skype and so on, even through email. So I'll chat them up, get the proper link, and then give you guys the link to vote for me. Any other thing, chat me up on Instagram, and then we'll take it up from there. So thank you guys. I dropped the Instagram link again, finally. And enjoy the rest of the day, and goodbye, guys. Thank you, and God bless. Cheers.